Discard sharps into the container. Any debris, such as composite material, should be removed chairside to prevent drying and hardening on the instrument. If this is not done, it can be very difficult to remove during cleaning, and it can become fixed onto the instrument. This can lead to corrosion and prevent sterility. Check that any hinged instruments are free of debris and placed into the clips in the open position for proper cleaning and to prevent corrosion. At this time, disassemble any assembled items, such as mirrors, and place into an appropriate accessory area. Discard any disposables, such as cotton rolls, gauze, or floss, in the operatory. If instruments will not be cleaned immediately, use a pre-cleaner, such as Enzymax spray gel, to begin the breakdown of any debris left on the instruments by keeping it moist until cleaning is achieved. Ensure instruments are in place, and properly close and lock the cassette to transport it to the sterilization area. Disinfection and replacement of barriers will need to be completed. For transportation of contaminated instruments, all PPE, including utility gloves, should be worn. The cassette can be transported to the sterilization area a number of ways, such as placing the cassette in an organizational tub, placing the cassette on a tray with locking cover, or wrapping the cassette in its sterilization wrap that was used as a sterile field. The CDC recommends that the reprocessing area be divided into 4 sections to control quality and ensure safety: receiving, cleaning, and decontamination, preparation and packaging, sterilization, and storage. This flow from contaminated to sterile storage helps to prevent cross-contamination and promotes efficiency by following one direction, preventing unneeded back and forth steps. The receiving, cleaning, and decontamination area includes all equipment to help remove debris from contaminated instrumentation, supplies, and equipment, including an ultrasonic cleaner, automated washer or washer disinfector, the dental hand piece cleaner, and the sink. Follow the manufacturer's instructions on the proper use of the ultrasonic cleaner, type of water to be used, and the appropriate detergent. Proper dilution of the cleaning agent is important to ensure effective cleaning. Powder-based solutions should be completely dissolved. Change the solution at least daily or more frequently if the water is visibly soiled. Some busy offices or offices with long hours must change the solution multiple times a day. Hugh Freedy recommends the use of a dual enzyme detergent with corrosion inhibitors and chelating agents to remove proteins and starches, such as blood and saliva, while protecting the instruments and keeping them looking like new. Hugh Freedy's Enzymax detergents are tested and approved for use on Hugh Freedy instruments. When performing the cleaning step, the clinician must have the appropriate PPE, such as utility gloves, mask, jacket, and protective eyewear. Utility gloves should be puncture and chemical resistant and sized for optimal dexterity. Each clinician should have their own pair of utility gloves for proper fit. This area should only contain items that are contaminated. Place cassette into the ultrasonic cleaner on the appropriate rack. A basket or rack should always be used. Never place instruments or cassettes directly on the bottom of the ultrasonic cleaner, as it will damage the unit. There may be times that an instrument is needed that is not frequently used. You can place this instrument in the ultrasonic cleaner on top of the cassettes and pouch it separately later. For clinicians who do not prefer to separate ultrasonic inserts, an ultrasonic insert cassette with a finger mat can protect the delicate stack and allow the item to be cleaned in the same process. Cassettes and instruments should be fully submerged. Place the lid onto the ultrasonic cleaner to prevent spatter and aerosols. Never reach into the ultrasonic cleaner with bare hands or while it is running. Never add or remove instruments or cassettes during the cycle. Proper utility gloves should always be worn. When the cycle is complete, use the rack to pull out the cassettes and rinse thoroughly in warm to hot water to promote faster drying. Allow cassettes to dry completely before moving to the packaging step to prevent wicking, cross-contamination, and corrosion. In some cases, an office may use an automated washer or washer disinfector. It is recommended that a water quality test be performed before installing an automated washer or washer disinfector. There are units on the market that are approved for use in a dental practice. It is recommended to have an ultrasonic cleaner as a backup and for reprocessing items that cannot go into a washer. There are some types of materials or instruments that should not be reprocessed in a washer. A comprehensive document can be found in the resources section. If using an automated washer or washer disinfector, simply place the cassette directly onto the rack. Be sure to orient the cassette into the washer so that the rotating arm is not blocked and allows for proper distribution of the cleaning agent and rinsing steps. Follow the equipment manufacturer's instructions for proper detergent, cleaning, rinsing, and drying of the cassettes. When using an automated washer or washer disinfector, you can skip the manual rinsing step as described with ultrasonic cleaner use. Store all packaging materials in the preparation and packaging area, including sterilization wrap and tape, sterilization pouches, and chemical indicators or integrators. A steam sterilizer removes the amount of water that it introduces during the cycle. Ensuring that instruments are dry before sterilization is essential. Instruments and cassettes are still considered contaminated, and proper PPE is necessary. This includes a mask, eye protection, a jacket, and a clean, dry pair of utility gloves. Wet gloves should not be worn. Open the dry cassette to check for any debris left on the instruments. It is recommended to avoid hand scrubbing, but if necessary, use a long-handled brush and utility gloves. Confirm that any hinged instruments are in the open position and apply lubricating oils if needed. Place a chemical indicator or integrator in the middle of the cassette. Hufordy's Class 5 multivariable sterilization monitors react to all critical variables in the sterilization cycle. You can also include any disposable items, such as gauze or cotton rolls, that can be sterilized with your setup. The cassette is ready for packaging. Utility gloves are still required. There are 2 ways to properly wrap a cassette. Let's start with the standard gift method. Lay the wrap flat with the cassette centered on the wrap. Bring up 1/2 over the cassette, followed by the other side. Place a piece of IMS tape to hold it in place. Fold the sides like a gift. Bring each side in until you have a point or a triangle. Fold the triangle over on top of the cassette and place the tape. Be sure you don't allow any openings in the folds. Add a few more pieces of IMS tape to the sides for easy identification in the sterilizer and storage.